Hello students, today I would like to explain the question paper related to JEE Mains 2020 Mathematics held on September 5th, first shift. Okay. This is the question. See here, if the common tangent to the parabolas y square is equal to 4x and x square equal to 4y also touches the circle x square plus y square equal to c square, then C is what? This is the question related to geometry. The common tangent to the both parabolas also tangent to the circle x square plus y square is equals to c square. Actually, no need to draw the figure for this problem, even though let us try to draw this figure. This is y square is equal to 4ax. This is the diagram related to x square is equals to 4ay. So common tangent for the both curves is in this manner. This is the common tangent for both curves, y square is equal to 4x and x square is equals to 4y. And this is also tangent to some circle x square plus y square equal to c square. Center of the circle is what? 0, 0. That is why the circle may be in this manner. At that time we have to find out the radius of the circle. Okay. C square is radius square. You have to find out the value of c. We know that for y square is equals to 4ax, x square is equals to 4by. The equation of common tangent is a power 1 by 3 into x plus b power 1 by 3 into y plus ab whole to the power of 2 by 3 is equal to 0. This is the equation of common tangent. For our a is equal to b is equal to 1, therefore the equation of common tangent becomes x plus y plus 1 is equal to 0. It is also tangent to what? X square plus y square equal to c square. It is also tangent of x square plus y square is equals to c square. So when you are saying some line is tangent to the circle, r is equal to d. Radius of the circle is equal to perpendicular distance from center to the line. So what is our radius? C is equal to perpendicular distance from center of the circle, origin to that line, that is 1 by root of 1 plus 1. Implies what? C is equals to 1 by root 2. Therefore, the value of C is equals to 1 by root 2. Hence, the third option is the correct option. Once if you know the formula, you can easily crack this one. Understand? See the next question. If 3 power 2 sine minus 1, comma 14 and 3 power 4 minus 2 sine 2 alpha are the first 3 terms of an arithmetic progression for some alpha, then the 6th term of this AP is what they are asking. These are the first 3 terms of arithmetic progression. Suppose if it is A, this will be A plus D, this is A plus 2D. These are in AP, that means 2 times of B is equal to A plus C, you may write also. So 2 times of second term is equals to, that is 2 times of 14 is equal to first plus last. This can be written as, the first term can be written as 3 power 2 sine 2 alpha whole divided by 3 plus 3 power 4 by 3 to the power of 2 sine 2 alpha. Okay. 2 14s are 28. 28 is equals to 3 power 2 sine 2 alpha by 3 plus 3 power 4 by 2 sine 2 alpha. Clearly by observation, if 2 sine 2 alpha is equals to 1 or 4, you can obtain the satisfies this condition, because suppose 2 sine 2 alpha is 1, 3 by 3 is 1, 3 power 4 by 3, 3 cube plus 1, that is 28. In the same manner 3 power 4 also satisfies. So 2 sine 2 alpha is equals to either 1 or 3. Implies 2 sine 2 alpha is equal to either 1 or 4 here. 3 power 4 by 3 power 4 means 1. 3 to the power of 4 by 3 means 3 cube, that is 27 plus 1 28. Or you may take 3 power 2 sine 2 alpha as t, you can form the quadratic equation. From that you can also achieve that 2 sine 2 alpha as 1 or 4. Implies what happened? Sine 2 alpha is equals to 1 by 2 or sine is equals to 2. This is not possible because the sin x maximum value is 1. So sin 2 alpha is 1 by 2 or 2 sin 2 alpha is 1. So from that equation what we obtained, the terms are 3 power, what is 2 sin 2 alpha, that is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, that is 3 power 0 is your first term and 14 is your second term, and third term is what, 3 power 4 minus 2 sin 2 alpha, what is 2 sin 2 alpha value, 1, 3 cube, that is 27. So the first three terms are in this manner, 3 power 0 is nothing but 1, 14, 27, so the common difference is 13 here. In an AP, the common difference is 13. Once if you know the first term and common difference, can you write any term? So T6 is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. A plus n minus 1. Here, what is n here? 6. 6 minus 1 into D. That is nothing but A plus 5 times of D. What is your first term? A is 3 power 0, that is 1, plus 5 times of, what is your common difference? 13. So this is 65 plus 1, 66. So T6, sixth term is your 66. So just by looking the equation itself, we can find the 2 sin 2 alpha value. After getting the 2 sin 2 alpha, immediately we obtain the solution of the value. That is T6 value. It is equal to 66. Okay. The number of words with or without meaning that can be formed by taking 4 letters at a time from the letters of the word syllabus. The word is what? Syllabus, such that 2 letters are distinct and 2 letters are alike. Here these 2 letters are distinct and 2 letters are. What is the given word here? Syllabus. S-Y-L-L-A-B-U-S. Syllabus. Here there are 2 S, 2 L's and the remaining each comes one time. Y-A-B-U-S. Y-A-B-U. S is already is there. S-S-L-L-Y-A-B-U. So we have to find out the 4-letter words in which 2 are alike and 2 are different. 2 are alike means they will come either S or L 2 times. And the remaining 2 letters must and should be different. Suppose S comes twice in your word, then the remaining 4, the remaining letters are what? L, R, Y, A, B, U. Out of these 5, 2 may be selected. So suppose 2 S come together, remaining 2 may be out of these 5. Suppose L comes twice, the remaining 2 may be selected from either S or Y or A or B or U. Okay. So if 2S comes together, the remaining 2 may be coming from these 5. If L twice appears in your word, the remaining 2 may be appears from this 5. So how many ways this can be done here? You want to find out the 4-letter words. So either 2S or 2Ls come together. This can be done in 2C1 ways. This is the number of ways of selecting 2 like things. And again you have to select 2 letters from these 5. That is how many ways this can be done? 5C2. This is the number of ways of selecting 2 like things. This is the number of ways of selecting 2 non-like things. After getting the 4 letters, you have to arrange them. How many ways you have to arrange these 4 letters? Arranged in 4 factorial by 2 factorial ways. This can be arranged in how many ways? 4 factorial by 2 factorial. Because out of 4 letters, 2 letters are repeated. Therefore, you have to write 2 factorial here. 2C1 means 2, 5C2 means 10, 4 factorial is nothing but 24 by 2, that is 12. 240 ways. So the number of ways is 240 here. It is very simple question. They are asking we have to form the 4-letter words in which 2 are alike and 2 are different. Understand? So 2 like things can be selected in 2C1 ways. That means both are Ls or both are S. This is the 2 ways. 5C2 is what now? There are 5 letters. When you select 2S, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of these 4 letters, you have to select 2 different letters in 5C2 ways. So 5C2 is the number of ways of selecting two different things out of 5. 2C1 is the selection of two things out of two pairs. That is either both or else. Understand? This is also a simple question related to the functions. F of x is equal to x into box of x by 2, where box x is the greatest integer function. Your x lies between minus 10 to 10, where box t denotes the greatest integer function, already we discussed. Then the number of points of discontinuity. This is the problem related to functions as well as related to discontinuity of f is equal to dash. So f of x is equal to x times of box of x by 2. What is the range of x here? Minus 10 to 10. We mean minus 10 less than x less than 10. For what about x by 2 now? Minus 5 less than x by 2 less than 5. So we know that box x is not continuous at every integer. Box x, greatest integer function, is not continuous at every integer. So box x by 2 lies between, box x by 2 we mean what are the integers lies between minus 5 to 5. So in the minus 5 to 5, box x by 2 takes the values here minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. At these points, our function box x by 2 is not continuous. But when you are taking 0 here, left limit and right limit are equal, because limit extends to 0 minus x into box x by 2. This is also 0. 0 plus is also 0. 0 into something, that is 0. Box x by 2, 0 minus, this is minus 1. Minus 1 into 0, 0. 0 plus 0 into 0, 0. So left and right limit at the values are also same. F of 0 is also 0. Therefore the function is continuous at 0. So therefore this is continuous at x equal to 0. Therefore the number of non-differentiable points are 8. These are 4. These are also 4. 4 plus 4. So the number of non-continuous points, non-continuous points, that is discontinuous points, are 8 to this problem. Okay. A survey shows that 73% of the persons working in an office like coffee. So in an office, how many persons like coffee? 73%. Out of, for every 100, 73 persons like coffee, whereas 65% like tea. So in the same office, for every 100, 65 persons like tea. If x denotes the percentage of them who like both coffee and tea. So x is what? That is the percentage of the number of persons so that they like both coffee and tea. Then x cannot be what among these four options? This is the question. So let T be the event such that they are liking tea, C be the event that like coffee. We know that n of T union C is always less than or equal to 100 with respect to the percent. Understand? So n of T union C is less than or equal to 100 for 100 people. This is nothing but n of t plus n of c minus n of t intersection c is less than or equal to 100. For every 100 members we have c. What is n of t here? T. Working in a like coffee, this is t. 65%. That is 65 plus 73 minus x, which is less than or equal to 100. 73 plus 65, 8, 138. So 138 is minus x less than or equal to 100. Implies what? 38 is less than or equal to x. What is x? X is nothing but n of t intersection c. N of t intersection c is less than or equal to minimum of n of t comma n of c. We know that. N of t comma c, n of c. What is minimum of 73 and 65? That is 65. So which is less than or equal to 65. So the range of x is what? 38 to 65. 63. 63 is in between them. Okay, correct. 38 is also equal to here. This is also in the interval. 54 is also in this interval. 36 does not belong to in this interval. 36 will be here. Therefore, 36 does not possible to take T intersection C. N of T intersection C does not takes 36. So, the correct option is fourth option. So, then the x cannot takes the value. But x cannot takes the value is 36. Understand? The product of the roots of the equation 9x square minus 18 box x plus 5 equal to 0 is what? We have to find out the product of the roots of this equation. Understand? So, this is the quadratic equation related to modulus function. You have to write in this two ways. If x greater than 0, the equation becomes what? 9x square minus x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, this is 45. How to split this one? Fifteen threes. So 9x square minus 15x minus 3x plus 5 equal to 0. So 3x into 3x minus 5 minus 1 into 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. So either x is equal to 1 by 3 or x is equal to 5 by 3. Both are positive. When x greater than 0, both are positive. These two are the roots. Okay. Similarly, for x less than 0, what happened? 9x square. For x less than 0, mod x is minus x. That is plus 18x plus 5 equal to 0. In this case, the roots are x is equals to minus 1 by 3 and x is equals to minus 5 by 3. So, these two roots are also exist. For x less than 0, these two are negative, so we have to take in. Therefore, the product of the roots is equals to, product of the roots is what? 5 by 9 into, again this is also 5 by 9. 25 by 81. So, the answer is 25 by 81. Product of the roots is 25 by 81. We can see the next question. If the function f of x is equals to k1 into x minus pi whole square minus 1 for x less than or equal to pi and k2 cos x x greater than pi is twice differentiable. So, the function is twice differentiable. Then the ordered pair k1 comma k2 is what? This is the question. So, this is the function twice differentiable. First of all, it is continuous, then it becomes differentiable. So, the function is continuous, we mean left hand limit equal to right hand limit is equals to at the point for x is equals to pi. What is the LHL? Left hand limit for the function is what now? LHL is equals to k1 into, this is pi minus pi whole square minus 1. This is nothing but minus 1. What is RHL? Right hand limit is what now? For x greater than pi, k2 times of cos pi. K2 cos pi. What is cos pi value? Minus 1. Minus 1 into k2 minus k2. So, LHL is equal to RHL since the function is continuous implies minus 1 is equals to minus k2. From this, you can calculate the value of k2 as 1. K2 is 1. Now, we differentiate with respect to x for to get the left hand derivative as well as the right hand derivative. Left hand derivative is equals to 2 times of k1 into x minus pi. The derivative of minus 1 is 0. That is equal to RHD. What is the right hand derivative? k2 times of minus sin x. This is RHD. Yet first time differentiation. So this is valid for the first time differentiation. Put x is equals to pi. What happened? This is 0. Now it is k2. The derivative k2 into minus sin x. Sin pi is 0. 0 into something 0. 0 equal to 0. Satisfied. Now again differentiate this one because the function is twice differentiable. 2k1 is equals to k2 times of minus cos x. This is valid for at x is equals to pi. Substitute x is equals to pi, what happened? 2 times of k1 is equal to k2 times of cos pi is minus 1, minus of minus plus 1. Implies the value of k2 is what now? k2 is equals to 1. Implies 2k1 is equals to 1. Implies k1 is equals to 1 by 2. Therefore, the values of k1 comma k2 are 1 by 2 comma 1. So, the option is first option. 1 by 2 comma correct option. So, in this manner, before going to write the differentiation, your function must and should be continuous. You have to apply the continuity condition also, then only you get the values of k1 and k2. Okay. Next, the negation of the Boolean expression. This is the expression. X by implication of negation of y is equivalent to what? We have to find out the negation of that expression. Okay. This is negation of x by implication of negation of y. First of all, p by implication of q, we mean p implies q and q implies p. So, this is equivalent to negation of x implies negation of y and negation of y implies x. This is the thing. First we are applying the definition to this one. Now I am going to apply the formula for negation of A intersection B. Negation of A intersection B, we mean negation of A or negation of B. That means negation of x implies negation of y or negation of y implies x. But in our options and or are there. Therefore, you have to convert the implication into and or are. X implies negation of y. We have the condition P implies Q is equivalent to negation of P or Q. This is the formula. This is the relation between implication to the or formula. So, I am going to apply that formula to these two brackets. That is negation of X implies y, negation of P or Q. Negation of x or here q is what? Negation of y. Or this is what now? Negation of P implies q means negation of P or q. Negation of P means here y. Negation of y means y or x. So negation of, take the negation into the inside, x and y this becomes, because negation of y is nothing but y, negation of x is nothing but x. X and y are negation coming to the inside, that becomes what? Negation of y and negation of x. This is same as x and y are negation of x and negation of y. X and y are negation of x and negation of y. So, third option. Just by using the formula, that is P implies Q is equivalent to negation of P or Q is one property. Negation of P or Q by De Morgan's law, negation of P and negation of Q is another formula. By applying these two formulas, we can easily find the given expression in terms of in the manner x and y or negation of x or negation of y is your answer. Okay. See this question. The volume of the parallelepiped whose coterminal edges are given to you, A bar, B bar, C bar, like this. Coterminal edges is 158 cubic units. This is the volume formed by the three coterminal edges. Then which of the following is correct? This is the question you have to solve. So what is the volume of the parallelepiped when the coterminal edges are given to you? That is nothing but box of A bar, B bar, box of A bar, B bar, C bar, triple product value. It is given to you 158 cubic units. This is 158 cubic units. So what is the box of A bar, B bar, C bar? Determinant of the coefficients 1, 1, n and 2, 4 minus n and the third one is 1n3 is equals to 158. Now we expand this one, we get a quadratic equation. You can get the values of n, which for n substitute the n value here in this vectors and they check for which one is satisfied. That is the idea of the problem. So I am going to expand this one. 1 into 12 plus n square, 12 plus n square minus 1 times of plus n and plus n times of 2n minus 4. 2n minus 4, that is 158. Okay. This is nothing but 12 plus n square minus 6 minus n plus 2n square minus 4n minus 158 is equal to 0. n square plus 2n square, we mean 3n square, minus n minus 4n, that is minus 5n, and 12, this is 12, 6 units, this is 6, 12 minus 6, that is 6, 158 minus 158 plus 6 is there, that is minus 152. Minus 152 is there. To find out the factors to this, (24 into 9) you have tried 152. You have to find out the factors for this one. 152 into 3, 2 times of 7, 6 into 3, that is 2 into 2 into 8 into 3, 8 into 3 into 19 is there, 24 19s. So 24 19s is nothing but our product. This can be written as 3n square minus 24n plus 19n minus 152 equal to 0. So 3n into n minus 8 plus 19 into n minus 8 is equal to 0. So either n is equal to minus 19 by 3. But what is your n value? N is greater than or equal to 0. That is why your n value is 8. So after getting the n value, it is very easy for you. You can verify which one is satisfied for these vectors. See this one, b bar dot c bar is 10, n is equal to 7, n equal to 9 is there. Both options are failed. For b bar dot c bar, what is b bar dot c bar now? 2, 2 ones are 2. Next 4 into n plus 4n. Again what you have? Minus n into plus 3, that is minus 3n. It is nothing but 2 minus n. So 2 plus n, this is 2 plus n, 2 plus 8. What is that? 10. So b bar dot c bar is equals to 10 is the correct option. Okay. In this manner, find out the value. So the one and only formula I have to apply here is what now? Box ABC is equals to 158. Volume of the parallelepiped V is equals to box ABC. For tetrahedron, 1 by 6 times of box ABC. Here parallelepiped is given to you. Box ABC is equals to 158. Okay. S is the sum of first 10 terms of the series. This is the given series in this manner. Is tan S, which is equal to dash. S is the sum of the first 10 terms of the series. Then tan S is equals to what? This is the question. You have to find out the value of tan S. After getting the value of S, it is easy to find tan S. Understand? What is your expression? Your expression is what? Tan inverse of 1 by 3 plus tan inverse of 1 by 7 plus tan inverse of 1 by 13 plus and so on up to 10 terms. This is your given expression. So this can be written as tan inverse of 1 by 1 plus 1 into 2. I am writing in this manner. Because this can be written in the form of tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. That becomes tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. That is the idea of the problem. Plus tan inverse of 1 by 1 plus 2 into 3. Tan inverse of 1 by 1 plus 3 into 4 plus and so on up to 10 terms. This is the logic. So this can be written as tan inverse of, this is 1 into 2 is there. So 2 minus 1 by 1 plus 2 into 1 plus tan inverse of 3 minus 2, it is also 1 by 1 plus 3 into 2 plus tan inverse of 4 minus 3 by 1 plus 4 into 3 plus and so on up to, this is the first term, 2 minus 1 is there. In the 10th term, what will happen? Last term is what? 10th term? Tan inverse of 11 minus 10 by 1 plus 11 into 10. So in the first term itself, 1 is there. Here the second term itself, 2 is. In the 10th term itself, 10 will be there. So tan inverse of b minus a by 1 plus ab, it is nothing but tan inverse b minus tan inverse a. So this is nothing but tan inverse 2 minus tan inverse 1 plus tan inverse 3 minus tan inverse 2 plus and so on up to plus, what is the final value? Tan inverse 11 minus tan inverse 10. So all the values will cancel. Tan inverse 2 minus tan inverse 1, tan inverse 2 minus tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3 minus tan inverse 3, all the values gets cancelled. The first and last terms will be remain. That is nothing but tan inverse 11 minus tan inverse 1. Again you have to apply for tan inverse a minus tan inverse b. This is nothing but tan a minus b by 1 plus ab. Tan inverse of 11 minus 1 by 1 plus 11. This is nothing but tan inverse of 10 by 12. That is nothing but tan inverse of 5 by 6. This is your S, your summation. S is like this. We have to find out tan S value. What is tan S now? Tan S is equals to tan of tan inverse 5 by 6. This is nothing but 5 by 6. So your answer is what now? 5 by 6 is the given expression. So by simply, once if you know the formula about tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is nothing but tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. We are using the simple formula in this expression. We obtain the given solution. Read once again. So in this manner we can achieve the value as 5 by 6. Okay. Next, this is the very simple question related to the definite integrals. What is the value of integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 1 by 1 plus e power sin x dx? You have to find out the value of integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 1 by 1 plus e power sin x dx. Very simple question. Let it be taken as I, your integration value is equals to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 1 by 1 plus e to the power of sin x dx. We have the property integral a to b f of x dx is equals to integral a to b f of a plus b minus x is there. So I am going to apply this one, integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 1 by 1 plus e power sin of, instead of x you have to write a plus b minus x, pi by 2 plus minus pi by 2, that becomes 0, minus x is there, minus x dx. So integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 1 by 1 plus 1 by e power sin x is there. This is nothing but e power x by 1 plus e power x sin x dx. That is equals to integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 e to the power of sin x by e to the power of sin x by e power sin x plus 1 dx. E power sin x plus 1 dx. This is also your I. Now adding these two I values, I plus I 2I is equals to integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. What is the LCM for both? E power sin x plus 1. Plus e power sin x will be in the numerator after taking the LCM. We get e power sin x whole divided by 1 plus e to the power of sin x dx. Both will cancel. Integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 1 dx. What is the integration of 1? X. Limits from where to where? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is what now? So 2i is equals to, this is pi by 2 minus of minus pi by 2. This is your pi. So 2i is equals to pi. So what is the value of I? 2i is equal to pi, we mean I is equals to pi by 2. The value of I is pi by 2. This is your answer. Very simple question. We are using the formula here. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. Once if you get this thought, it is very easy to solve this problem. Understand? See here, if a comma b comma c is the image of the point 1 comma 2 comma minus 3 in the line, x plus 1 by 2 is equals to y minus 3 by minus 2 equal to z by minus 1, then a plus b plus c is what? This is the question. So one line is given to you, one point is also given to you. If you just find the image of the point with respect to line, you add the coordinates of ABC. That is your question. So x plus 1 by 2 equal to y minus 3 by minus 2 equal to z by minus 1. So we are going to find out the image first of all, and then go for the adding of the coordinates of image. So what is the point here? ABC is the image of this point 1 comma 2 comma minus 3. This is the line. What is the line equation? X plus 1 by 2 is equals to y minus 3 by minus 2 equal to z by minus 1. This is equal to say lambda. X plus 1 is equals to 2 lambda. Y minus 3 is equals to minus 2 lambda. Z is equals to minus lambda. So any point on the line is taken as what? 2 lambda minus 1 comma minus 2 lambda plus 3 comma minus lambda. This is any point on my line. Suppose this is my required foot. Then what happened? This is my point Q say. This is P. This is Q. Your image is R say. Now the dr's dot product must and should be 0 because the two lines are perpendicular. So first of all we find the direction ratios of the line. What is the direction ratios of line here? 2 comma minus 2 comma minus 1. This is the point Q. Can I write the direction ratios of PQ or not? So direction ratios of PQ are what now? 2 lambda minus 1 minus 1. That is 2 lambda minus 2 comma minus 2 lambda plus 3 minus 2. That is minus 2 lambda plus 1 comma minus lambda plus 3. So these are the direction ratios of PQ bar. Once if you know the direction ratios of PQ and this line, its dot product must and should be 0 since lines are perpendicular. I am going to apply the dot product to 0. 2 times of 2 lambda minus 2. Next minus 2 times of minus 2 lambda plus 1. And again minus 1 times of minus lambda plus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, this is 4 lambda minus 4. 4 lambda minus 4 plus 4 lambda minus 2 and plus lambda, this is what now? Minus 3 is equals to 0. 4 lambda gets cancelled here. Again you have lambda, this is your lambda, minus 4 minus 2. This is minus 4 minus 2, minus 6 minus 9, minus 3, that is minus 9. So your lambda value is nothing but 9. What is your lambda value? 9. So substitute the lambda is equal to 9. Here itself we get the point Q. Is it 9 or not? Direction ratios dot product 2 2s are 4 lambda minus 4 minus this is minus into minus plus, I think so. Minus into minus plus 4 lambda. So 4 lambda plus 4 lambda, 8 lambda plus lambda, 9 lambda. 9 lambda is equal to 9. We have lambda is equals to 1. So the value of lambda is equal to 1. I am going to substitute here. When lambda is equals to 1, what happened? This is 1 and this is also 1. This is 1 minus 1. So we have the point Q. The coordinates of Q are what now? 1 comma 1 comma minus 1. Can I find the coordinates of R or not? Multiplied by 2 and subtract this one. 2 minus 1, that is 1. 2 ones are 2. 2 minus 2, it is 0. Minus 2 plus 3, it is 1. So the coordinates of R are obtained by 1, 0, 1. So once if you know the coordinates of R, this is nothing but ABC. We have the values A is equals to 1, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 1 itself. So they are asking A plus B plus C value. So A plus B plus C is nothing but 1 plus 0 plus 1, the value is 2. Okay. Just by concentration about your calculation, you can easily get this answer. First we find the foot and then go for the image, take it as ABC and add them, we obtain the value. Okay. See this question. 4 fair dice are thrown independently 27 times. Then the expected number of times at least 2 dice shows up, 3 or 5. So how many dice are thrown? 4 dice are thrown. How many times are thrown? 27 times are thrown. What they are expecting? Number, that is out of 4 dice, either 2 or more dice shows the number 3 or 5. What is the probability of getting when a die is thrown getting 3 or 5? That is 2 by 6. We mean 1 by 3. P is equals to 1 by 3. What about Q now? Q is equals to 1 minus 1 by 3. It is nothing but 2 by 3. What we want, first of all, we have to find out P of x greater than or equal to 2 success. So there are 4 dice are thrown here. So we have to first of all find out the P of x greater than or equal to 2. We mean P of x equal to 2 plus P of x equal to 3 plus P of x equal to 4. P of x equal to 2 we mean what? When 4 dice are thrown, then 2 dice shows either 3 or 5. P of x equal to 3 we mean when 4 dice are thrown, we obtain 3 or 5 on 3 dice. When 4 dice are thrown, 4 times we obtain either 3 or 5. These are the meanings. It is nothing but P of x greater than or equal to 2. In from the binomial distribution, P of x equal to R is what? NCR, P power R, cube to the power of n minus R. This is the binomial distribution. Now P of x equal to 2 is what now? 4C2 into P 1 by 3 square into 2 by 3 power 4 minus 2. Again 4C 4 times of 1 by 3 power 4 into 2 by 3 power 0. This is the value. So 4C2 is nothing but what? 4 3s are 12 by 2, that is 6 into 4 plus 4C3, 4 into 2 plus 4C4, 1, 1 into 1 into 1, 1 whole divided by 3 power 4. This is 24 plus 8 plus 1, that is 25, 33. This is nothing but 33 by 3 power 4 by 3 power 4. This is the probability of x greater than or equals to 2. Now the expected value is nothing but this type of experiment is done 27 times. The expected number is 27 into P of x greater than or equal to 2. We mean that is equivalent to 27 times of 33 by 3 power 4. So we have 33 by 3, it is nothing but 11. So the expected value is 11. Okay. See the next question. Y is equals to y of x is the solution of this differential equation in this manner. Satisfies y of 0 is equals to 1. We mean at x equal to 0, y is equals to 1. Then the value of y of log 13 to the base e. That means when x is equals to log 13 to the base e, what is the value of y they are asking. So this is the simple question related to the differential equation. Let us try to solve this one first of all. So what we have, 5 plus e to the power of x by 2 plus y is equal to minus e power x. Am I correct or not? Take e power x to the right side, that becomes minus e power x. Now into dy by dx is there, this is dy by dx. It is better to separate the variables now. Take 5 plus e power x to right side and dx to the also right side. We get dy by 2 plus y is equal to minus e power x by 5 plus e power x dx. This is the way to separate the variables. Taking integration on both sides, we get like this. What is the integral dy by 2 plus y? Log mod 2 plus y. Implies log mod 2 plus y is equals to, take minus outside. What is the derivative of 5 plus e power x? E power x. So it is in the numerator. It is of the form f dash x by f of x dx. Log mod f of x minus log mod 5 plus e power x plus some log c. We are adding some arbitrary constant as log c because both log. So this can be written as log 2 plus y is equals to log mod c by 5 plus e power x. So cancel out log on both sides, we get 2 plus y is equals to c by 5 plus e power x. What is given information to you? Y of 0 is equal to 1. At x is equals to 0, y equal to 1. At x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Substitute here, what we obtain? 2 plus 1, that is 3 is equal to c by 5 plus e power 0 is 1. What is the value of c now? 18. The value of c is 18. So 2 plus y is equals to what now? 18 by 5 plus e power x. We are going to find out y when x is equals to log 13 to the base e. Substitute x equal to log 13 to the base e. Put x is equals to log 13 to the base e. We get, what we get? 2 plus y is equals to 18 whole divided by 5 plus e power x, e power log 13 to the base e. E power log 13 to the base e, we mean 13. So 5 plus 13, 18, 18 gets cancelled one time. 2 plus y is equals to 1. Immediately we obtain y is equals to minus 1. So in this manner we can calculate the value of y when x is equals to log 13 to the base e. So the answer is minus 1, option 2. It is very simple question. This is related to variable separable method of the solving the differential equations. This is your given differential equation. Okay. Next one. This is the question related to integration. It is a very nice question. This type of question was asked in before 4 or 5 years back, but at that time that is very difficult question. When we are compared to that question, this is also a little bit of difficult. Once if you know the how to solve that one, this is easy for you. Understand? So some extension is there when we compare to that question. See, this is very nice question to you. I am writing the question itself first of all. Integral e to the power of 2x plus 2 e power x minus e power x minus 1 into e power x plus e power minus x dx. Listen carefully. This is your question. First of all, I am going to take e power x as common. Integral e power x into e power x plus 2 minus, this is what, e power x minus 2 e to the power of 2x plus 2 e power x minus e power minus x, I think so. So this is minus, this is e power minus 2x minus e power minus x into e power x plus e power minus x dx. Okay, this is e power 2x plus 2e power x minus e power minus x minus 1. Okay, this is the way. Put e power x is equals to t. E power x is equals to t, say. The question becomes what? E power x dx is dt. So e power x means t plus 2 minus, this is e power minus 2x is nothing but 1 by t square minus 1 by t square minus 1 by t into e power t plus 1 by t dt. Am I correct or not? So I am taking e power x as t. So in this manner we obtain the value. This can be written as integral. What is the derivative of t plus 1 by t? 1 minus 1 by t square. So I am writing 2 as 1 plus 1. 1 minus 1 by t square as taken as one term, plus the remaining thing is 1 plus t minus 1 by t. Okay, 1 plus 1 becomes 2. This is minus 1 by t square itself I am writing here. T minus 1 by t into t plus e power t plus 1 by t. This is the highlight step to solve this problem. So now take e power t plus 1 to the inside of the integration, that is inside of the bracket. Integral 1 minus 1 by t square into e power t plus 1 by t dt plus integral e power t plus 1 by t plus t into 1 minus 1 by t square into e power t plus 1 by t dt. These two steps are very, very important to solve this problem. Very, very important steps here. See here, when you take this one as p, this is dp. E power p, dp means e power p itself. So this is nothing but e power t plus 1 by t plus. Dear students, observe this one. If it is taken as f of x, it is nothing but t into f dash t. F of t plus t into f dash t. So integral f of x plus x into f dash x into f of x plus c. So your integration is t times of e power t plus 1 by t. This is the solution for this integration. Now what is your t? T is nothing but e power x. So you can take common outside of e power t plus 1 by t, that is e power x plus e power minus x into 1 plus e power x. Your t is nothing but e power x plus c. So what is given to you? The value is equal to some g of x into e power x plus e power minus x. So what is our g of x? This is your g of x, 1 plus e power x. What you have to find out now? You have to find out the value of g of 0. Now g of 0 is nothing but 1 plus e power 0, that is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So your answer is 2. So to solve this problem, you have to get the, you have to split into the two integrals, and before going to split this one, you take common e power x. These two steps are very, very crucial steps. In your previous problem is like this. This is the direct question asked in before 4 years back. That is 1 plus t minus 1 by t into e power t plus 1 by t. You just take e power t plus 1 by t inside of the bracket. We obtain the formula in the form of integral e power x into f of x plus e power x f of x plus x into f dash x. That becomes f of x into x plus c. So in previous years they are asking only this question. In this here they are clubbing this one also. 1 minus 1 by t square is also added here. So once if you get the how to solve this problem, it is easy to solve this one also. Understand? So you have to take e power x common first of all and break up this into the two parts, like t 1 minus 1 by t square as one part and 1 plus t minus 1 by t as another part. Take e power t plus 1 into the bracket and you have to apply the two formulas here and here also. This is of the form what now? E power x into f dash x, because you take t plus 1 by t as some t, what p, 1 minus 1 by t square becomes dp. So integral e power p dp is nothing but itself e power t plus 1 by t arise here. Here it is of the form f of x plus, this is of the form f of x plus x into f dash x. It is nothing but x into f dash x. X means here t, t into f of x means e power t plus 1 by t. Understand? See here, this is the question related to maximum minima as well as applying the expansion of the determinant also. The minimum and maximum values of this function defined in this interval. For any maximum minima, you have to see the interval where it is defined. That is also most important for you, dear students. Defined as f of theta is equals to in this manner, minus sine square theta, minus 1 minus sine square theta 1 and so on like that, or small m and n, or small m comma capital M or n respectively, then the value of m comma m is what? This is capital M, or small m comma capital M respectively, then you have to find out the ordered pair small m comma capital M is what? This is the question, very simple question. The problem is here you have to find out the determinant value. After getting the determinant value, let us see the define of the function and we have to find out the maximum and minimum values. Once if we get the range of this function f of theta in this interval, we can easily write the maximum and minimum values to you. So first of all, I would like to simplify this determinant by using the row or column operations to simplify the calculations. Understand? First of all, I am going to apply the operation. Suppose this is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3. I am going to apply the condition that C1 tends to C1 minus C2, because minus sine square theta plus sine square theta will be cancelled. So I am using that condition C1 tends to C1 minus C2. What happened? Minus sine square theta plus 1 plus sine square theta, that is 1. Minus cos square theta plus cos square theta gets cancelled, plus 1. Minus into minus plus 1. 12 minus 10, that is 2. So the entire this column becomes 1, 1, 2. I am writing the second column and third column as it is. Minus 1 minus sine square theta, minus 1 minus cos square theta and 10. Okay. So what is the third column? 1, 1 minus 2. This is the third column. Observe the students, the first and third columns, just again apply the operation C1 tends to C1 minus C2. We get two zeros. C1 tends to C1 minus C2. C1 minus C3 I am going to apply here. So what happened? 1 minus 1, you become 0. Again 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus of minus 2, that is 4. Next what you have? Minus 1 minus sine square theta. Minus 1 minus sine square theta. 1 minus cos square theta and 10, 1, 1 and minus 2. This is the value. Now I am expanding with respect to the column 1. We have 4 times of 0, 0, 0 plus 0, 0 plus 4 times of minus 1 minus sine square theta, minus 1 minus sine square theta plus 1 plus cos square theta. Am I correct or not? AD minus BC, determinant of this 2 by 2 matrix, AD minus BC. What we have? Plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. We have 4 into cos square theta minus sine square theta. What is the value? Cos 2 theta. 4 cos 2 theta. So the entire expression value is equal to 4 cos 2 theta. What we have? 4 cos 2 theta. The entire determinant value is 4 cos 2 theta. We have to find the range of this 4 cos 2 theta in this interval. In this interval, what is theta belongs to? Here theta belongs to what now? Closed pi by 4 to pi by 2. That is pi by 4 less than or equal to theta less than or equals to what? Pi by 2. We have 2 theta is there multiplied on both sides by 2. That is pi by 2 is less than or equal to 2 theta is less than or equals to pi. Since cos is a decreasing function, when you are taking cos on both sides, the function will be reversed. That is less than or equal to becomes greater than or equal to. Cos pi by 2 is greater than or equal to cos 2 theta is greater than or equal to cos pi. What is cos pi by 2? 0. Greater than or equal to cos 2 theta greater than or one. We have to find out the range for what? 4 cos 2 theta. Multiplying on both sides by 4, we get 0 greater than or equal to 4 cos 2 theta is greater than or equals to minus 4. So what is the maximum value for that one? 0. What is the minimum value? Minus 4. So capital value is equals to 0 and small m is equals to minus 4. Small m comma capital M is nothing but minus 4 comma 0. So minus 4 comma 0 is your answer. So small m and capital M are what here? Small m is a minimum value, capital M is the maximum value. Then small m comma capital M value is what they are asking here. Very simple question. So you have to apply the technique of operations on row or column to simplify the determinant. You get the value, that is 4 cos 2 theta. Without using the operations, you may expand this one, but you may take a little bit of time. So after getting 4 cos 2 theta, you write the range for that one. Understand? Okay. See this question. This is related to matrices. It takes some time to determine which one is correct. Okay. It is a little bit of time taken to solve this one, but it is easy question to you. Let lambda belongs to R, the system of linear equations, 3 equations are given to you, is consistent for exactly one negative value of lambda and exactly one positive value of lambda. Every value of lambda, exactly 2 values of lambda is inconsistent, I think so. Is inconsistent for what? They are asking. Here 2x1 minus 4x2 plus lambda x3 is equals to 1, x1 minus 6x2 plus x3 is equals to 2, like that. So I am considering one system of equations, 3. These 3 equations has unique solution if the determinant of the coefficient matrix is not equal to 0. Suppose the system of equations is ax plus ax equal to b, say. Now this is the value of, this is the matrix A, its determinant is determinant of A is equal to some delta. If delta not is equals to 0, we say that it has unique solution. Suppose delta not equals to 0 and at least one of delta, if suppose delta not equal to 0, it has unique solution. Suppose if you have delta is equals to 0, find delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. When delta is equal to 0, it has infinite number of solutions or no solution. Again, delta is equals to 0 and delta 1 equal to 0, delta 2 equals to 0, delta 3 equal to 0. For these 4 values, that is delta 2, delta 3. Delta 1 is obtained by replacing the first column by B. Replacing the first column by B, we get delta 1. Replace the second column by B itself, we get delta 2. Replace third column by B itself, we get delta 3. These 4 values are 0, we get infinite number of solutions. In this case, we get infinite number of solutions. For no solution, delta must and should be 0 and at least one of delta I runs from 1 to 3 must and should be not equal to 0. Okay, delta is equals to 0 and delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 is equals to 0, then you have infinite number of solutions. At least one of them is not equal to 0 and delta equal to 0, you have no solution. This is infinite number of solutions. In this case, we have no solution. This is the story about the number of solutions of the non-homogeneous equations. Here, homogeneous means we have all zeros here. Non-homogeneous linear equations in this case. This is the background story related to solve this one. So, delta must and should be equal to 0 and at least one of them not equal to 0, then we have no solution, that is inconsistent. That is, we have inconsistent. Understand? Now, let us see. First of all, we find the delta, that is the determinant of the coefficient matrix. This is Ax equal to B matrix equation. Corresponding matrix equation is in this manner. So, delta is equals to what now? Determinant of 2, 1 lambda and minus 4, minus 6, minus 10 and lambda 1, 4. Lambda 1, 4. Okay. Take minus 2 common. Minus 2 into 2, 1 lambda. This is 2, 3, 5 and lambda 1, 4. Okay. I am expanding this one. Minus 2 times of 2 into 12 minus 5, 7. Minus 2 into 4 minus lambda. Again we have plus lambda into 5 minus 3 lambda. 5 minus 3 lambda. So, this is nothing but minus 2 times of 14 minus 8 plus 2 lambda plus 5 lambda minus 3 lambda square. This is nothing but minus 2 times of, this is 6 plus 7 lambda, again minus 3 lambda square. Take minus common, 2 times of 3 lambda square minus 7 lambda minus 6. So, minus 6 into 3 minus 18, 19. So, this is nothing but 2 times of 3 lambda square minus 9 lambda plus 2 lambda minus 6. 2 times of 3 lambda into lambda minus 3 plus 2 times of lambda minus 3. This is nothing but 2 times of 3 lambda plus 2 into lambda minus 3. This is the value of the delta 1, that is 2 times of 3 lambda plus 2 into lambda minus 3. 2 times of 3 lambda plus 2 into lambda minus 3. This is delta. Again you have to find out the delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 and we have to check when it has no solution. What is the value? 2 times of 3 lambda plus 2 into lambda minus 3. 2 times of 3 lambda plus 2 into lambda minus 3. Again we find the delta 1. Delta 1 is obtained by replace the first column by 1, 2, 3. The second column is minus 4, minus 6, minus 10. We are taking minus 2 common. 2, 3, 5. And again lambda 1, 4. So what is the value now? This is my delta 1, delta. Delta is equals to 2 times of 3 lambda plus 2 into lambda minus 3. I am going to find the delta 1 now. This is nothing but minus 2 times of 1 into 12 minus 5 minus 2 times of 8 minus 3 plus lambda times of 10 minus 9, that is 1. See here what is the value? Minus 2 times of, this is 7. Next this is what now? 5. 5 2s are 10. Minus 10, you have plus lambda. This is nothing but minus 2 lambda minus 3. This is delta. This is delta 1. Delta must and should be equal to 0. For lambda is equals to what? 3 and lambda is equals to minus 2 by 3. My dear students, for lambda is equals to 3, this is 0. Similarly, if you apply delta 2 and delta 3, you get the factor of lambda minus 3. Understand? So, for lambda is equals to 3, delta, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 are 0. For lambda is equals to minus 2 by 3, this doesn't 0. For lambda is equal to minus 2 by 3, delta 0, and delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 not equal to 0. At that time, we have no solution to this system. You can find delta 2 itself. Delta 2 is obtained by determinant of 1, 2, 3, replacing that 2, 1 lambda, first column itself, replace second column by 1, 2, 3, and the third column is lambda 1, 4, coefficient matrix, lambda 1, 4. So we obtain 2 times of 4 2's 8 minus 3 minus 1 time 4 minus lambda and plus lambda times 3 minus 2 lambda. So 5 2's are 10 minus 4 plus lambda plus 3 lambda, and we have minus 2 lambda square. This is nothing but 6 plus 4 lambda minus 2 lambda square. That is nothing but minus 2 into lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 3. This is nothing but minus 2 into lambda square minus 3 lambda plus lambda minus 3. We mean minus 2 times of lambda into lambda minus 3 plus 1 into lambda minus 3. So lambda minus 3 is also factor here. That is nothing but minus 2 times of lambda plus 1 into lambda minus 3. So for lambda is equal to 3, lambda to delta 2 is also 0. Similarly, we can show that delta 3 is also 0 for lambda equal to 3. If for lambda equal to 3, at least one of delta not equal to 0, we have two values for lambda. For in this question, for lambda equal to 3, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 becomes 0, but lambda is equals to minus 2 by 3, that is not 0. So how many values for lambda? To exist no solution, to exist no solution, lambda is equals to minus 2 by 3 is one and only value. So exactly one possible value of lambda is there. Suppose for my lambda is equal to 3, at least one of delta not equal to 0, exactly two values for that one, that is possible. Understand? So in this manner, we have to choose the number of solutions for the non-homogeneous linear equations of the three equations. Understand? See here, it is also a very simple question related to the complex numbers. If 4 complex numbers z, z bar minus 2 times of real part of z bar, and one more is there, that is z minus 2 times of real part of z, represents the vertices of square of 4 sides in the organed plane, then modulus of z bar is equals to what they are asking. So one is z bar minus 2 times of real part of z bar and z minus 2 times of real part of z. The fourth vertex is like this. These 4 vertices forms a square with 4 units each side of length. This is your square. You have the 4 vertices as like this, z bar, and another one is z bar minus 2 times of real part of z bar and z minus 2 times of real part of z. These are the 4 vertices given to you. Each side of length is 4 units. Then what they are asking? They are asking modulus of z bar or modulus of z. Whatever it may be, both are same. Okay. Now the distance from here to here is what? 4 units. Modulus of z minus z bar is equal to 4. If you take z is equal to x plus iy, what happened? This is x plus iy minus of x minus iy, that is equal to 4. X gets cancelled. 2ixy, that is 2 modulus of y is equal to 4, mod y is equals to 2. In the same manner, the distance from here to here is also 4 units. So what is the distance? z minus 2 times of real part of z is equals to 4. Here z cancel, minus into minus plus, 2 times of real part of z modulus. We mean 2 times of mod x is equal to 4. We have 2 gets cancelled, implies mod x is equals to 2. mod x is equals to 2 we have. So once if you have mod x value and mod y value, can we find the modulus of z or not? We can easily find the modulus of z, that is equal to root of x square plus y square. It is nothing but root of 4 plus 4, we mean 2 root 2. So the answer is 2 root 2. Very simple question. Z bar minus 2 times of real part of z and z minus 2 times of real part of z are the 4 vertices of the square, each side of length 4 units. Then the modulus of z bar, that is equals to mod z, equal to 2 root 2 units. Understand? See here, this is the question related to statistics, that is measures of dispersion. The mean and variance of the 7 observations are given to you, that is 8 and 16. So mean mu is equals to 8 and sigma square is equals to 16 to you respectively. If 5 observations are 2, 4, 10, 12, 14 are given to you, then the absolute difference of the remaining 2 numbers is what they are asking. Absolute difference, modulus of x minus y. Suppose the remaining 2 numbers are x comma y, we have to find out modulus of x minus y, you are going to find out. So we have the formula, very familiar formula, sigma square plus mu square is equal to sigma xi square by n. So I am going to use this formula. With the help of this formula, I have to find out the values of x and y. Now what is mu here? 8. 8 means 8 is equals to 2 plus 4 plus 10 plus 12 plus 14 plus x plus y whole divided by 7. Implies 56 is equals to, this is 6 plus 10, 16, 16 plus 14, 30, 42. 42 plus x plus y implies, what is your x plus y? 14. X plus y equal to 14. Keep one side here. Again we have to consider sigma xi square by n. What is the value of sigma square? 16. So this is 16 plus, what is your mu square? 8 square. 8 8s are 64 is equal to sigma xi square by n means 7 observations. Now what is this value? 60, 70, 76, 80, 560. So 7 into 80, 560 is equals to the sum of squares of the values, that is 4 plus 4 4s are 16 plus 100 plus, what do you have next? 144 plus 196 plus x square plus y square. The other two values are also there, that is x square plus y square. This is the sum of squares. Now 560 is equal to 20, 120, this is 120, this is 144, this is 196. That is 10, 14, 16, 460. So this is 460 plus x square plus y square. We have x square plus y square as 100. Now we have two equations. One is x plus y equal to 14, other one is x square plus y square equal to 100. Simply we can say that 6 and 8. 6 plus 8 is 14, 6 square plus 8 square, 36 plus 64, that is 100. Or what is the another value? 8 comma 6. So the values of x and y are either 6 comma 8 or 8 comma 6. What is their absolute difference? Mod x minus y is equals to 2. Am I correct or not? So in this manner we can easily crack this one. Just we have to know this formula, that is a sigma square plus mu square is equal to sigma xi square by n and some speed of the calculation. If the point P on the curve, this is the curve, observe that, what is this? This is an ellipse. 4x square plus 5y square is equals to 20 is farthest from the point q 0 comma minus 4, then pq square is equal to what they are asking. You have to find out the largest value, maximum value for the pq square. You have to find out the point on the curve which is the farthest from the point q 0 comma minus 4. What is the standard form of this equation? X square by 5 plus y square by 4 is equal to 1. So it represents an ellipse for a greater than b case. A is equals to root 5, b is equals to 2. So if you want to draw the figure, this is in this manner. 0 comma minus 4 is here. You have to identify the point on the ellipse so that this will be the maximum. That is the farthest distance. So if it is your point is q, say here, you have to find out the point p such that pq square should be maximum. We mean pq should be maximum. So how to crack this one? You have the ellipse equation. So can you take any point on the ellipse or not? By parametric equations we can say any point on the ellipse as a cos theta comma b sin theta. That is p may be taken as root 5 cos theta comma 2 sin theta. And you have point q is equal to 0 comma minus 4. What is my pq square? Pq square is equals to root 5 cos theta whole square plus 2 sin theta plus 4 whole square. x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. We have to maximize the pq square, which is in terms of theta. It is very simple for you. Then it becomes maximum minimum. So 5 cos square theta plus this is 4 sin square theta plus 16 plus 8 2s are 16 sin theta. Now I convert everything into sin. That is 5 minus 5 sin square theta. 5 minus 5 sin square theta plus 4 sin square theta, we mean sin square theta plus 16 plus 16 sin square sin theta. Now square theta, this is 5 plus 16 is 21 minus of sin square theta minus 16 sin theta. To get the complete square, I am adding 64 and subtracting 64. Adding and subtracting 64. To get the complete square, then only we can easily write the maximum or minimum values. So 21 minus of sin square theta minus 16 sin theta plus 64, we mean sin theta minus 8 whole square. Again we have minus 64 minus of minus plus 64. Am I correct or not? This is nothing but 85 minus of sin theta minus 8 whole square. Sin theta minus 8 whole square. We have to maximize this one. To get the maximum value for this should be minimum. So it is minimum. Sin theta is equals to what? 1. Maximum. When it is maximum, this becomes minimum. Understand? When it is minimum, the entire thing becomes maximum. That is the logic. So put sin theta is equals to 1 here. The maximum value of sin theta is 1 here. 1 minus 8 minus 7. Minus 7 whole square means what? 49. So 85 minus 49, that is 36. Okay, 7 minus 4, that is 3. It is 6. 36 is your value, that is maximum distance. So what is your answer? 36. Understand? So in this manner, when you are going to find the distances, you have to take the point which is on the parametric form, then you can easily crack this type of the problems. Understand? So you are in a position to take some point which is in the form of parametric on the ellipse. See here, what are the coordinates of this end? These are nothing but 0, 2. Am I correct or not? Minor end. So what is the distance from here to here? 6 units. The distance from here to here is 6 units. 6 square is 36. So this is the maximum distance point on the ellipse by looking the diagram itself. Sometimes we have to do in this manner. For this problem, the distance is itself 6 here. Okay, 6 square is nothing but 36 here. See, this is the question related to the binomial theorem. Some twisting is also given to you here. See, the natural number m for which the coefficient of x in the binomial expansion of x power m plus 1 by x square whole to the power of 22 is 1540 is what? The natural number m you have to find out for which the coefficient of x in this binomial expansion is 1540. So to get the coefficient of x, can I write the r value or not? Suppose tr plus 1 is the term in this expansion having x. So tr plus 1th term contains x. Its coefficient is what now? 1540. tr plus 1. To get the tr plus 1, what is the value of r? R is equals to np minus m by p plus q. All of you know this formula. This is of the form a into x power p plus b into x power 1 by x power q whole to the power of n. The value of r is obtained by np minus m by p plus q. What is n here? 22. P is m. And this m and these are different. This is say capital M, say your capital M is x power 1. This is m. Related power is m. np minus m means 1 by p plus q, m plus 2. This is a capital M. Your capital M is the power of x, that is 1. Here m is itself. np minus m by p plus q. 22m minus 1 by m plus 2. This is the value of r. Now the coefficient of x is given to you. That means 22 cr. What is that? tr plus 1 is of the form 22 cr x power 1 is something. So what is 22 cr? 22 cr is nothing but 1540. 22 cr is equals to 1540. For what value of my r it has happened? Because 22 C3, take that one, 22 into 21 into 20 by 3 factorial, we mean 6, 3 2s, 3 7s and 10 times. 22 7s are 154, that is 1540. So for r is equal to 3, it is valid. When r is equal to 3, it is valid. It is valid for r is equals to 19 also, because NCR is equal to NC, n minus r. Therefore, r is equal to 3 as well as r is equal to 19. When you substitute the r is equal to 3 here, what about my r now? R is equals to 3. So if it is 3, that is equals to 22m minus 1 by m plus 2. That is 3m plus 6 is equals to 22m minus 1. Now 19m is equals to 7 we obtained. So m is fraction. M is equal to 7 by 19, which is not possible because the natural number m. M is your natural number. So it is not possible. So you have to take r is equals to 19. Let us see. When r is equals to 19, 19 is equals to 22m minus 1 by m plus 2. 19m plus 38 is equal to 22m minus 1. This is 3m is equals to 39. So m is equals to what now? 13. The value of m is 13. In this manner we have to crack this one. So first of all you have to learn r is equals to np minus m by p plus q. After, one twist is also given to you, that is the coefficient of x is also given to you. That is, you have to take 22 cr, and one more thing, you have to observe the value of r by using 22 cr is equal to 1540. Put r is equals to 1, 2, 3. By trial and error method you have to catch the value of r. For this r is equal to 3, it is not valid. Then you go for NCR is equals to NC n minus r concept. At that time we catch the value of r as 19. When you substitute the r is equal to 19 here, which is natural number. Understand? So this type of problems may be asked in next coming question papers also. So you learn this type of problems also. Okay. Next one. The line 2x minus y plus 3 equal to 0 is at a distance 1 by root 5 and 2 by root 5 from these lines. These are two lines respectively. Then the sum of all possible values of alpha and beta is what? Then sum of all possible values of alpha and beta. Once if you know the parallel distance formula, there is nothing in this problem. What is the parallel distance? Modulus of c1 minus c2 by root of a square plus b square. The lines are of the form ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0, ax plus by plus c2 is equals to 0. So see here, the distance from here to here is 1 by root 5. That to here is 2 by root 5. This is equation number 1 say, this is 2, this is 3. So the distance between the two parallel lines 1 and 2 is 1 by root 5. Just by observation itself, these two are parallel as well as these two are also parallel because the slopes are equal. Understand? Now, multiply the first equation by 2 itself, we get 4x minus 2y plus 6 is equals to 0. And this is what? 4x minus 2y plus alpha is equal to 0. What is the parallel distance between them? Modulus of 6 minus alpha by root of 36 plus 4 is equals to 16 plus 4. 16 plus 4 is equals to 1 by root 5. This is 16 plus 4, we mean root 20, 2 root 5. So, modulus of 6 minus alpha by 2 root 5 is equals to 1 by root 5. Root 5 cancel. 6 minus alpha equal to plus or minus 2. So, alpha is equal to 6 plus or minus 2. We mean 8 or 4. The values of alpha are 8 or 4. In the same manner, let us find the parallel distance between 1 and 3 also. So, to get the parallel distance, we have to multiply it by 3 to the first equation. 3 2s are 6x minus 3y plus 9 equal to 0. And 6x minus 3y plus beta is also 0. So, the parallel distance is modulus of 9 minus beta by root of 36 plus 9 is equals to how much they are given to you? 2 by root 5. 36 plus 9, 45. That is 3 root 5. So, modulus of 9 minus beta is equals to 3. Root 5 cancel. 3 2s are 6. 9 minus beta is equals to plus or minus 6. Or beta is equal to 6 plus or minus, 9 plus or minus 6. 9 plus or minus 6. For plus what happened? 15. For minus 3. So what you have to find out? You have to find out the sum of all possible values. So 9 minus beta is what now? 3 2s are 6. So beta is equal to 9 plus or minus 6 or 9 minus or plus or minus or plus 6. 9 plus or minus 6. We mean 15 and 3. So sum of the values 8 plus 4 plus 15 plus 3. That is what? No, it is 12 plus 15 plus what now? 3. 13 plus 18. This is 12 plus 18, that is 30. So this is 15 plus 15, 30. Sum of all possible values of alpha comma beta, its sum is now 30. Understand? So what is the parallel distance between the two lines? Modulus of C1 minus C2 by root of A square plus B square. Okay. See this one, if the coordinates of 2 points A and B are root 7 comma 0 and minus root 7 comma 0 respectively, and P is any point on the conic, 9x square plus 16y square is equals to 144, then what is PA plus PB? What is the value of PA plus PB? Very, very simple question. Within 1 minute you can do this one. Just by knowing the focal property of the ellipse. What is the ellipse here? X square by 16 plus y square by 9 is equal to 1 by writing the standard form itself. Now my question is, what is A square here? 16. What is B square? 9. What is eccentricity of this ellipse? Root of 16 minus 9 by 16. That is root 7 by 4. What are the foci? Plus or minus AE comma 0. We mean plus or minus 4 root 7 by 4 comma 0. That is plus or minus root 7 comma 0. So what are my ABs now? Foci. So if it is ellipse, A and B are your foci. This is A. This is the point B. P is any point on the ellipse. Then we know that sum of the focal distances is always equal to length of the major axis. That is PA plus PB is nothing but SA plus S dash A. That is it is one of the focus, this is the another focus. SP plus S dash P like that. That is nothing but 2A. 2 times of what is your A? 4. 2 4s are 8. So the value is 8 units. So you can observe that the given 2 points itself foci. Once if the given 2 points are foci, immediately we obtain that SP plus S dash P is length of the major axis, that is your 2A. See, this is the question related to limits. Alpha is positive root of the equation where P of x is equal to x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Then we have to find out the value of limit x tends to alpha plus root of 1 minus cos of px whole divided by x plus alpha minus 4 is equal to what? This is the question. What is alpha? Alpha is the positive root of this equation. First of all, we calculate the roots of the equation. X square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. We mean x square minus 2x plus x minus 2 equal to 0. That is x into x minus 2 plus 1 into x minus 2 equal to 0. That is x is equal to minus 1, x equal to 2. What you have to take? Alpha is equals to 2 because this is your positive value. Alpha is equals to 2. Now we have to calculate limit x tends to 2 plus root of 1 minus cos px whole divided by x plus 2 minus 4. We mean limit x tends to 2 plus square root of 1 minus cos of, what is your px? It is nothing but x plus 1 into x minus 2. Whole divided by x minus 2 we have tried. We are taking 2 plus, that means limit x tends to 2 plus root of 1 minus cos theta. Root of 1 minus cos theta. 1 minus cos theta we mean 2 sin square theta by 2. That is root 2 modulus of sine of x plus 1 into x minus 1 by 2 only for angle whole divided by x minus 2. Now my question is, its modulus value positive or negative? For 2 plus, this is x plus 1 into x minus 2. For 2 plus, this is the positive value. So this is nothing but limit x tends to 2 root 2 times of sine of x plus 1 into x minus 2 by 2 whole divided by x minus 2. I am multiplying and divided with x plus 1 by 2. We have limit x tends to 2, this becomes 1. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is 1. As x tends to 2, x plus 1 into x minus 2 by 2 becomes 0. Therefore, up to here you get 1. So the answer is what now? Root 2 times of, when you are substituting 2 here, 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. This is 3 by root 2. Your answer is 3 by root 2. It is very easy question. Suppose the question is limit x tends to alpha. If they are just asking limit x tends to alpha, the question does not exist because mod x is there. For left limit we get minus, for right limit we get plus value. So limit left limit, right limit does not equal, therefore limit does not exist. But our problem is limit x tends to alpha plus, where alpha is the positive root of the given equation. That is why it is exists here. The value becomes 3 by root 2. For if it is your modulus left limit is they are asking, its value is minus 3 by root 2. Just they are asking right limit of alpha, right limit at alpha. Okay. This is the question, series question, very simple question asked here. 2 to the power of 10 plus 2 to the power of 9 into 3 power 1 plus 2 to the power of 8 into 3 square plus and so on up to 3 power 10 is equal to s minus 2 power 11. Then the value of s is what they are asking. Here, see here the powers sum is always 10 here. 2 plus 1, 10, 9 plus 1, 10, 8 plus 2, 10. That is 1 plus 9 is also 10, 10 is there. So you may take common 2 power 10 or 3 power 10. What happened? I am taking 3 power 10 common. 2 power 10 by 3 power 10. That means 2 by 3 whole to the power of 10 plus this is 2 power 9 by 3 power 10 into 3 power 1. 2 by 3 whole to the power of 9 plus 2 by 3 whole to the power of 8 plus and so on up to plus 1. Here what happened? 2 by 3 will be there. 2 by 3 plus 1. See here, is it geometric series or not? It is a geometric series with the common ratio is what now? 2 by 3. How many terms are there? 11 terms. 2 by 3 power 1. 1 to 10. 10 terms. 1 is also there. 11 terms. So 3 to the power of 10 into, its sum is a into 1 minus r power n. 2 by 3 whole to the power of 11 whole divided by 1 minus 2 by 3. Okay, this is nothing but 3 to the power of 10 into, now 3 power 11 minus 2 power 11 whole divided by, this is nothing but 1 by 3. 3 power 11 is there, 3 power 10 will be remains. By 3 power 11 is LCM, here is what now? 1 by 3 is there. 3 cancel out 3 power 11 in 3 power 10 times. 3 power 10, 3 power 10 gets cancelled. The value is 3 power 11 minus 2 power 11. What is that? This is given as s minus 2 power 11. Your s is nothing but 3 power 11. It is a very simple question to you. So the answer is 3 power 11. Understand? So in this manner we can complete the paper.